With the latest Virginia Beach Fire Department news updates, here's Master Firefighter Chris Stockhowe.
Hello again. Let's bring you up to date with department news. How about this for another great reason to know CPR? It could be your loved one you save. Battalion Chief Billy Reynolds knows the importance of CPR firsthand. Back on April 10th, Chief Reynolds and his wife were almost finished with an intense workout. Mrs. Reynolds stood inside a tractor tire and lifted it up and down when moments later she collapsed. Her heart had stopped. Chief Reynolds did what he was trained to do. He checked her pulse but found none. He yelled for a phone and immediately started CPR. His quick actions saved his wife's life. The Reynolds family would like to stress the importance of being trained in CPR. It only takes a few hours to learn, and you never know when, where, or with who an emergency will arise. The Virginia Beach Volunteer Rescue Squad offers free CPR classes. Visit this website for more information. Tell a friend, tell a family member. Everyone needs to learn CPR. On Tuesday, July 2nd, 2013, retired members of the Virginia Beach Fire Department met for their monthly breakfast at Mary's. This has been an ongoing tradition for retired members in the area to stay in touch and assemble on a regular basis. If you have recently retired or are looking to retire in the near future, be sure to attend the Retirees Breakfast held the first Tuesday of each month at the oceanfront. The address of Mary's Restaurant is shown on your screen. Battalion Chief Jack Crandall would like to remind everyone that TRFA Class 140 will be graduating on Monday, July 29th at 1900 hours. The ceremony will be held at the Sandler Center for the Performing Arts at the Virginia Beach Town Center. Please join us in celebrating the accomplishments of the newest members of the VBFD and welcome them into our family. We hope to see you there. The Norfolk Tides Baseball Club is very excited to host the very first Guns and Hoses softball game at Harbor Park. Area police and fire personnel will have the opportunity to go toe-to-toe for a great cause. The police department and fire department that sells the most tickets will get to play a softball game at Harbor Park against each other. All tickets are $11 for reserved or $12 for box seats. $5 from every ticket sold will go to the department that sells the most tickets, charity of choice. The game will take place on Sunday, August 4th at 3:30 p.m. Gates will open at 3 o'clock p.m. A Tides game will follow at 6:05. Fun is sure to be had by all. Go to www.tidesgroup.com to purchase your tickets today. The 9/11 Heroes Run unites communities internationally with the goal to never forget the sacrifices of the heroes of September 11th and the wars since, honoring veterans, first responders, civilian, and our military personnel. Join in and help raise awareness and honor our fallen. Be sure to sign up and support this year's 9/11 Heroes Run. The local event will be held at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex on Sunday, September 8, 2013. Go to the link on your screen for more information on registering, sponsoring, or volunteering, but most importantly, to honor our heroes. Now let's take a look at our more recent working incidents. On Saturday, June 29th, around 1650 hours, Virginia Beach fire crews responded to a residential house fire in the 100 block of Waverly Drive. Upon arrival, crews found heavy smoke visible from the attic area of the home on the Bravo Charlie side of the structure. Crews immediately pulled an 1 3/4 hand line to the front door and began knocking down the fire. After the fire was out, crews started overhaul. The fire was believed to have started in a back bedroom closet and was determined to have been electrical in nature. There was one minor firefighter injury and no civilian injuries reported in this incident. On Thursday, July 4th, around 1950 hours, Virginia Beach fire crews responded to flames reported behind a residence in the 2500 block of Lone Pine Point. That is in the Broad Bay Island section of the city. Upon arrival, crews found a deck on fire and flames extending into the residence. With the structure being located along the water, prevailing winds helped to quickly spread the fire. Our apparatus also had difficulty getting to the residence due to limited access. There was a very narrow roadway in front of the home to stage apparatus. After fighting the fire for over an hour, the 5-inch supply line was shut down and moved aside to allow one of the ladder trucks closer positioning for its elevated master stream. After several hours of battling the fire in very restrictive conditions, crews finally knocked down the fire. Fortunately, no residents were home and the family pet was rescued. The cause of the fire is under investigation. There were no injuries reported in this incident. On Tuesday, July 7th, around 1100 hours, Virginia Beach fire crews responded to a report of a motor vehicle accident with a pin. There were 2 vehicles initially involved in the accident, with one SUV on its side. When crews arrived on scene, EMS was assessing one patient that self-extricated. The driver of the second vehicle claimed no injuries. The crash occurred at the intersection of Pavilion Drive and North Bird Neck Road. The one patient was transported to an area hospital with minor injuries. No other injuries were reported. The cause of the crash is under investigation by the Virginia Beach Police Department. Later that evening, around 1730 hours, Virginia Beach fire crews were dispatched to the report of a car into a house. The incident occurred in the Lynbrook Landing section of the city. Upon arrival, crews found the driver conscious and still inside the vehicle. The patient was removed via trauma roll with a C-collar and C-spine control and was transported by EMS to an area hospital as a precaution. 2 occupants inside the home were not harmed and no additional injuries were reported. The incident remains under investigation by the Virginia Beach Police Department. On Thursday, July 11th, around 1140 hours, Virginia Beach fire crews responded to a multi-family structure fire on Southmore Drive in the Ridgely Manor community. The fire was located in a condo unit on the 3rd floor. Upon arrival, crews made entry into the residence to find a fire which had been extinguished by the activation of the home's automatic sprinklers. No injuries were reported. An improperly discarded cigarette is believed to have caused the fire. On Sunday, July 14th, around 1900 hours, fire crews were dispatched to a reported brush fire off Centerville Turnpike. Upon arrival, crews saw that it was an area of the city's landfill on fire. This incident required a tanker shuttle operation along with additional personnel for manpower. Crews manned a bulldozer, assisted with debris removal, and were able to contain the fire. The fire was overhauled with Class A foam, and burned and unburned materials were separated. Employees of the landfill arrived and the scene was turned over to them. There were no injuries reported in this incident. On Tuesday, July 16th, around 0905 hours, Virginia Beach fire crews responded to a report of a residential fire in the 4700 block of Overman Avenue located in the Aragona Village section of the city. Upon arrival, crews found the garage attached on the D side of the residence, fully involved with heavy fire and smoke showing. Crews entered the home and began an interior fire attack and primary search. Crews outside on the C side provided an exterior fire attack and knocked down the fire. A neighboring home did sustain some radiant heat damage. There was one firefighter injury, but no civilian injuries reported in this incident. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Here now, with an overview of the incident, Battalion Chief Amy Valdez.
We're on scene of a residential structure fire at Overman Avenue. It's in Station 2's first due. Early this morning, I got a call for flames showing at a single-story residence. There was one occupant at home at the time. He did have a pet in the house. The neighbors saw the fire, came over and banged on the door, were able to alert the occupants. He escaped safely. Engine 2 arrived on scene and made an aggressive interior attack to a garage fire. They got a water supply from Engine 7. Ladder 2's crew went in and completed primary searches on the structure. No one else was found. They were able to extinguish the fire relatively quickly. There was some minor heat exposure to a neighbor's house, and this time we're just waiting on the investigator to determine a cause.
A short while later, around 1300 hours, fire crews responded to a one-story residential fire on Whitman Lane, which is also located in Aragona Village. This was the second residential fire in the same neighborhood in the same day. When crews arrived on scene, there was heavy smoke and fire showing, and they were informed all occupants had evacuated the home. Crews stretched a hose line to the B side of the residence to knock down the fire in the utility room. After the fire was knocked down, crews conducted a primary search, which came back all clear. There were no reported firefighter or civilian injuries with this incident, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. For more information on this incident, here now is Battalion Chief Debbie Gaudette.
Dispatched to a single-family fire. On arrival, units found heavy smoke showing from the A and B side of the structure, apparently coming from the garage. All residents were out when we arrived. Units made a quick knockdown on the garage section. We had heavy smoke showing from the attic as well. They ventilated, horizontal ventilation, showed no fire in the attic, and everybody got out. No firefighters or civilian injuries. This is the second working fire that Engine 2 has been on in probably the last 4 hours, both in the same neighborhood. Again, they've done an exceptional job both times. I'm sure, especially Engine 2, they're very tired and hot, but they did an exceptional job. They did a very good job of getting the job done.
There you have it. That's all the news we have for today. You are caught up, and we'll see you next time.